Good evening. Welcome to the Brotherhood of the Dice. We are in black and white today as we are back in classic Call of Cthulhu 1920s, Edinburgh to be precise. We are playing the first of the Edinburgh files written by Keith Edinburgh, which is called Pharoah's Sacrifice. And there are a series of adventures which we shall be playing our way through. They switch between the 1920s and modern day. Okay. So, each of our investigators lives, works, or is otherwise has reason to be paying an extended visit to Edinburgh. So it is at this point we will introduce each of our investigators.
Detective Philip Morris of the Leith Police Department, part of the larger, wider Edinburgh Police Department.
Okay, and Oliver?
Walter McGregor from Leith, who works in a graveyard on Lothian Road. I'm a caretaker of a cemetery.
Dave? If Dave goes first.
Go for other Dave. We're doing reverse order.
Do you want me to go first? Yeah. My name is George Payton. I'm a parapsychologist, originally from Manchester, but working in Leith at the moment.
And finally, Dave.
Julian Morgan. I am a bookseller. I have a bookstore mainly selling academical works to both students and members of the faculty.
Excellent. So, but he was able to hear me, so I don't need to introduce what is actually happening. Right. So, like I say, the professor quietly waits until you've all filed into the room before. Thank you for coming. Please, emotions towards a tea and a set of chairs, please.
Okay.
Thank you, Professor.
Thank you, Professor.
Thank you, Professor.
Good to see you, old bean. You're looking well.
And how are you, Walter? Been a while.
Aye, it has been far too long. Sorry, I've not been to see you in some time. You know me, always busy. You know what they say. I've been well. See it all, as they say.
Good.
Professor, what about yourself? Keeping well?
I'm well. Things. Life is good. What life I have left. Years are catching up with me. Isn't it with us all?
Behave. Don't be so negative, Professor.
No one knows it better than I do in my line of work, Professor. You're right on the button there. The students of Edinburgh treating you well, I hope.
Oh yes. You all noticed, despite his friendly nature, you all notice there is a surprisingly somber tone. Clearly, something worrying him. I suppose I should explain why.
Aye. That would make sense, right enough.
Quite worrying circumstance. By distance where I can. One of my.
I look at the detective when he says that.
One of my senior lecturers, Miss Marjorie Duncan, also a very dearest friend, been missing. Not attended the unit since. No.
With this, Professor, have you contacted the police about this matter?
I have.
And what was the response?
I reported Duncan yesterday to Inspector McQueen of the local police. Cowgate. If you're with him.
I've heard the name. There's not that many around.
You can make a either a give us a look roll or a an idea roll. If you know of him.
I make one in my line of work where I've been a police detective again, Phil. So I know him.
Yeah, you could.
Would you want a no roll?
Either an idea roll or a look roll.
I'll make a luck roll. It's lower than my intelligence, but I don't think it's an
We'll go
intelligence
luck roll.
roll.
No,
I'll roll luck.
Oh, you.
What's that?
Yeah, there's gonna be no penalty on like a.
Whoa.
Okay, so
Nice first roll.
so
Get it out early.
so
Aye.
so Philip, you're being from Leith, you're kind of like you're on the kind of the outside of Edinburgh, and although it's been the Leith has been absorbed into a police station in Leith, amalgamated into the greater Edinburgh Constabulary, there is still that that kind of us and them kind of mentality.
Yeah.
Treated as outsiders, not quite country bumpkins, but it's a small town. There's kind of that not quite animosity, but there is that kind of atmosphere.
No changed. It's still the same. Leith and Edinburgh are different places to this day. Like, totally. It's no change.
So while you might have heard the name,
I've heard of him. I don't know him.
but you don't know him. Walter, on the other hand, you've heard of Inspector McSween. He's probably one of the main, the most senior inspector down at the Cowgate police station, which is a minor satellite station. Not one of them. There's 4 main police stations. Of the main police station in Parliament Square, the other main police stations around Edinburgh, Cowgate, but Cowgate is a small station in that.
A lot of bars and stuff at the Cowgate, though. It's a busy wee one, wee police station.
It is an area that keeps that small station
We'll keep it busy.
particularly busy. Yeah. So McSween is you, like I say, you know him. You've probably encountered him and dealings with him in the past. Probably maybe don't know him well.
I know him really well. His nickname's Haggis.
So his name is you don't know his first name. It's just Inspector McSween. And he's in his 50s, early 50s, grey hair, dash, and he is. You're probably not what you call, certainly not what you call unfriendly to. He is certainly a man that does not suffer fools, and has particular contempt for those who use status and money or privilege their advantage. And as you say, the Cowgate station is always kept busy. McSween is every time on those occasions where you've encountered Inspector McSween, he always seems tired, stressed, and frustrated. Sometimes that spills over into in me. It's sometimes in professional.
May not always be a bad thing though, where Bobby, you need to have a bit of authority. People need to respect you and fear you a wee bit.
And
like, if you're going to enforce the law.
People do respect or fear. That is for certain. But yeah, so he turns to you fellas. Says, I did report Miss Duncan's disappearance yesterday to Inspector McSween of the local police station in the Cowgate. The inspector arrived here. He did make a cursory look around Duncan's office, but just told me to contact him again if she hadn't turned up by Monday evening. According to the inspector, he considered Miss Duncan's disappearance as not being long enough to warrant opening a full investigation. Hence,
But waiting until Monday?
Well, as I'm sure you're aware, I'm sure you can understand my frustration, which is why I thought to call upon yourselves.
I mean, 95% of the time in a missing person case, if they're turning up dead, they're already dead by now. It's been how many days? Saturday she went missing. She's not been seen since Wednesday.
Wednesday.
If she's
So 3 days.
if she's a showing up dead case, then the dead is already a thing.
No.
So you're mentioning that as you say that he looks, kind of pales visibly.
I'm sure that's not the case, Professor. Forbid me for being so morbid, Professor. It's the job. It's the job. I see too much of it. I do apologise, Professor. That will be the case, of course.
I must admit,
sure.
I am greatly worried, particularly following a last conversation, although short, that I had with Duncan on the afternoon, on Wednesday afternoon, the 21st.
What was the conversation?
She appeared unusually flustered and excitable, and she told me she was on the cusp of something big, that she would show those mugs in New College a thing or two. That was the last I saw and heard of. Beside myself with worry.
I'm sorry, Miss Duncan was a colleague or a student?
She's a colleague,
that
yes.
Slight detail, a colleague, a fellow professor here at the university.
Indeed.
Have you checked her office and checked her belongings or anything like that? Have you checked? Done any checks yourself?
Well,
you spoke to her family.
She has no family. So Miss Duncan, a solitary
where
person.
the closest family are.
Yes, I would say so. She does look upon me, perhaps as somewhat.
Where's she staying? Where's her residence?
She lives at 14 Marchmont Terrace.
Marchmont, okay.
But yes, I did occasion to look in her office. I'm probably not a detective. There was nothing seemed untoward. There was no sign of a disturbance. And as I say, the Inspector McSweeney checked the office as well. You are more than welcome to take a look yourselves, perhaps.
Her address was what again? Sorry, 14 Marchmont.
14 Marchmont Terrace.
14 Marchmont.
She's a professor of anthropology as well.
She is indeed, yes. Her office is just just across the way.
Can't hurt for us to have a look in the office. I'm sure though, if PC Haggis has been in and no seen anything, I'm sure there's nothing for us to see. But it can't hurt to have a look. Isn't that right, Detective?
I would agree. Do you have any means to enter the property? Do you have a key? Do you have a key?
I don't. I'm afraid I don't have. I have a telephone number.
No, that's okay. I can get that. Do you have? Does she have an office?
Yes, it's just across the way.
Open?
Just one moment. Gets up from behind his desk and leads you pretty much just across the hall. He opens the door, unlocks the door. I'll just be back in my office. Don't want to get in the way. Do have, fortunately, particularly with Miss Duncan's appearance, I have a desk is piled with papers and a backlog of work. I really must try and get on top.
It's fine. If we need you or we find anything, we'll come see you.
So,
gentlemen, can I please ask that you don't rifle through anything and that we that we approach this carefully? Stop rifling.
I was just going to ask the professor what have you done with her classes in the meantime?
Well, I've been covering some of them, and some of the members of the faculty we've tried to do best. Say this is pushed up.
What are you saying to our students if they ask?
We're saying that she on sabbatical.
Yes, of course, makes sense. All right, Professor. I'm certainly will have a look. I'll have a look with the professional here with the detective in our room. I mean, he's got younger eyes. He's maybe got fresher eyes than old PC Haggis. He'll maybe spot something that he didn't. Hopefully.
Okay. So, Professor Kite. Thank you all.
Well, of course, Professor. Anything for yourself. I'll never forget what you did for me all those years ago, Professor.
The puller's a pin. Back the frequency.
I appreciate that. You're a good egg, Professor. You're a top man. Let's go and have a look in this office, Detective.
Professor nods and he closes the door.
Gentlemen, before you enter the office, before you even touch anything, I would just like you to stand for a minute, take it in, and have a good look, doing nothing else but just observing and just taking in the surroundings of the office before we start disturbing anything, and just see if there's anything that catches your eye untoward. I'd just like you to look and observe.
Okay.
And I push the door open and step in. And
okay. So inside Miss Marjorie Duncan's office, it's noticeably small to the point that you kind of, once you're all inside, kind of stood almost shoulder to shoulder to be able to look around in the in the space in the middle of the room. Yes. So it is noticeably tidy. Everything is the place is neat, is immaculate, neat and tidy. The no dust on the shelves, window clean, like shiny, bright and clean, no dirt or anything else. Dominating the room is this rather fashionable, quite new looking walnut desk. Sits beneath the single window which affords a magnificent view of the Ford building. There's a leather chair is tucked neatly underneath the table, underneath the desk. To one side, against one wall, is a cabinet that is packed with books and other items. You can see, although you can't, you can see there's a photograph in a silver frame. It takes pride of place. Desk. And on the top two shelves of the cabinet, there is a cluster of trophies, medals. Beneath that, several dozen books ranged on the lower shelves. On the wall, you also notice there is a framed newspaper clip mounted on the wall in a frame to the left of the window. Yeah. And there's the desk is got, like I said, everything's neat, immaculate, everything, nothing. There's no, the desk is is clear. There's no, there's nothing scattered across it. There's just the kind of one of those like leather, like pads. There's an inkwell with pens in, but there is a single slim, unmarked, untitled, leather-bound book. Desk.
Open or close?
Consider that right.
George, I would like you to look at those trophies and take in the books and see if you can. As a parapsychologist, as somebody who has psychology as a background, I'd like you to look and see if we can get some idea of who this Miss Marjorie Duncan is. See if you can put something together about her.
I'm happy to try. I mean, I'll inspect.
I'm just going to grab that.
Julian,
and have a look at it.
Before you do that, I'd like you to observe the bookshelf. If you could have a look at the books, see if anything stands out. I will take the desk, thank you.
Anyway, I'm going to have a look at that book.
I take it. I stop you. Yeah, let me handle it.
And
No,
yeah,
don't make me cosh you. Don't make me cosh you and leave you unconscious.
excuse me.
Let's not turn this into a
professional
Don't get
at
the
work,
cosh out
and
already.
I'll pick up the book and have a look at it.
Yeah, please have a look
I'm
through
quite
that.
polite.
Yeah, have a look through books as well, and I'd like to have a look at the desk. Walter, if you'd like to help me have a look at the desk.
I was going to have a wee look at the newspaper clipping
please
framed
do,
on the
yeah,
wall and
please,
see what
please.
that is first, and then
Please.
I'll.
You know, it's
Then
really
come
weird. I
forward
don't
to the
remember
desk.
joining the police force at any point in
Exactly.
the last,
Oh,
30
just
years.
Gentlemen,
just
Gentlemen,
humour, William.
gentlemen, this is a professional.
But wait, detective, is this not an off the books investigation?
Off the books, on the books, it's all it's all the same.
You've still got to.
I do enjoy.
Still got
it.
to worry about the forensics and stuff. Just
Gentlemen, if we're going to do this properly and we have the best chance of finding, I believe we need to recoup as much information from this scene as possible.
Mm-hmm.
If we go in dilly-dally and just rummage around, things can be lost, things can be missed. I believe there is an air of procedure about this.
Mm-hmm. I'll be honest. Was it private?
Philip,
constable,
detective, yeah.
Detective.
This Kosh has got your name on it.
Yeah, he's dressed in plain clothes. He's not wearing a uniform.
Yeah. Don't have a uniform. Yeah.
Oh, Mr. I've forgotten your name.
Anyway,
I'm very sorry.
I've been calling you detective, though. I have been calling you detective, so it's obviously you are one.
There isn't enough room to swing a cat in here, let alone to lose anything. So
you'd be surprised. You would be surprised, Jonathan, what you can lose in such a small space.
Julian, thank you. I can see you're quite the detective with a firm grasp of names and places. So yes,
anyway,
Julian.
Tell me what you can find in that book.
I'll sit on the couch because I'm getting a bit tired now.
Try not to fall asleep.
There's no couch in here, so there's a desk. There's a desk,
a chair.
There's a chair that's tucked underneath the desk, and there's like this cabinet that on the top two shelves got these trophies on, and then the lower shelves have got.
I'll take the chair in that case.
Okay.
I'll also have a look at the picture on the desk as well, the photo.
Okay, so
I'll see what's on that.
Okay, so everybody's completely ignoring the detective suggestions. So
no,
I'm
not ignoring them. I'm not ignoring them.
Okay, so
I'll just stand outside and tell me when you need some professional help.
So George, you go.
When someone needs caution, detective, I will shout you.
So George, you're going to pick up that photograph off the desk. Julian, you've picked up that slim volume. That slim book.
It's probably one of the few in this room that I didn't sell her. So, or at least I'm assuming I don't recognise it.
Um,
And what is Philip doing then?
Well, he's going to stand in the corner now because it's so tight that everyone's rushed to the desk and everyone's observing it. There's not room to swing a cat.
So probably to one side, to your right. Yeah. There's the cabinet with the trophies in and the books in. So like I said, there's the window. Essentially, it's room. There's a window in the middle of the wall. The desk is in front of the window. To one side of the desk, to the right side of the desk is the cabinet. The left side of the desk on the wall, left side of the window is this framed view. George and Julian are currently crowded around the desk. Do you want to step back, or is there anything?
No, I'm going to step back, and if I'm just okay. Then.
Okay. And what about Walter?
I want to have a wee look at I am going to have a look at the photos on the desk, but first I want to look at the framed newspaper article on the wall and see what that is.
So you're going there first. Right, okay. So we'll do George first. A simple act to just put this photograph. So this photograph, it's in a silver frame, and it depicts several people wearing traditional Egyptian costumes. Yes, it's a group of maybe about a dozen people. Men and women. You don't recognize any of the people in the graph. Can make a history roll.
It's history. There we go.
Okay. So they're all dressed in like different outfits, but all dressed in style. There is one person kind of stands out from the others, in that he is stood. He's stood slightly apart, almost behind, almost like to one side, slightly behind them. Kind of quite unassuming looking man with a thin pencil moustache. Dressed as, although you've no historical knowledge, with the current Egyptomania that is taking the entire country by storm since the discovery of Tutankhamun's tomb last year. So even though you're like academic knowledge lacking, you recognise this man stood a little bit apart from you. He's wearing like a costume of a. But he looks, instead of looking forward towards the camera, his gaze is towards the others, and kind of glowering look of partially contempt.
I will. Can I Can I show the detective this picture?
You can in a moment. There's
in a moment. Okay. Yeah.
So we'll come back to other Dave in a moment. So on the wall is this newspaper clip, framed newspaper clipping mounted on the wall. Pride of place. There's no other things on the there's no other things on the wall. No pictures. No. This there's clearly pride of place. If you were sat at the desk, it would be that you could kind of look up windows in view, just to look up and do this. Pride of place. So it is a clip, like I say, it's a newspaper clipping, and it's not a newspaper story. It's from a letters page, the Edinburgh papers. You're not sure one because there's no, the name of the paper isn't visible. But it's an irate letter from Reverend Dr. Ian Parker of New College, deploring the lack of morals apparent within the once respectable halls of learning of the university, specifically quoting one published paper entitled "The Osiris Myth was Jesus Egyptian," attributed to one Miss M. Duncan, senior lecturer of anthropological studies, pre-Christianity. You can make an idea roll. In fact, I'm not going to make an idea roll because it was only a few moments before, which of course reminds you of what the professor said just moments before. But the thing that caused him the most concern, a short conversation he'd had with Miss Duncan on the Wednesday afternoon, that she'd appeared there saying that she flustered, excitable, and she told the professor that she was on the cusp of something big, and that she would show those mugs in New College a thing or two.
And she's wrote an article called "Was Jesus Egyptian?" and this is somebody for New College that's raging about it.
Yeah.
that's wrote the article in the paper, and that's what
So it's not an article. It's kind of a
letter to
yeah.
the paper.
The reader's letter
from this region that she's so her pride of joy is someone reading about her article.
Yeah.
She's so happy that someone's reading about her article. She framed that on the wall.
Yeah.
I like that. I love that energy. Alex Oliver respects that energy.
Okay, so of course on the desk is this slim volume. It's looks very unremarkable as you pick up, Julian. There's no markings on the spine, no markings on the cover, and as you open it up, it appears to be just like a notebook, a journal. A lot of the pages are blank, so it appears quite new. It does contain like a diary. There's details of Miss Duncan's appointment for this year. Most of which, glancing through them, which are like mundane in nature. Forthcoming lectures, fencing tournaments and meetings, and other nondescript social encounters. But two entries do stand out as more notable. Perhaps again, draw your attention drawn to them because of the heightened interest in Egypt and Egyptian history, Egyptology. There is mention of a monthly Egyptian society that was held Saturday evenings, the last of which took place 2 weeks ago. And also one that catches your eye, not in the same way but it catches your eye because it is kind of cryptic, unusual. It says, and it mentions an appointment occurring every Sunday afternoon since mid-February, and is referenced only as JC. The next such appointment is dated for Sunday the 25th of March, which is tomorrow. And then weekly thereafter for the entirety for the full remainder of the year.
Does it say anything about where this appointment is?
The only thing it says is JC dates. Like I say, you can see it's mentioned. The first occurred mid-February, and every Sunday afternoon since then, and throughout the year, all the way to the end of December.
That notebook's somewhat disappointing. I was hoping for usually like unlabeled books, sort of limited editions, or
Was that a club relating to a JC every Sunday?
It doesn't say. It just says JC. That's all
but the next meeting was on a Sunday.
Yeah, tomorrow. But it doesn't say anything more than that. It's just like in the list of appointments. It just says JC.
Jesus Christ. JC's Jesus Christ. Could be church.
So, detective, as Julian is kind of leafing through this journal, he fails to notice there's something as he opens it up. Something falls from between the pages and like drops to the.
I bend down, pick it up.
Okay.
And step back.
So you pick it up. It is a ticket stub. This is. Okay, so what the rest of you do?
Sorry, go on. No, I was going to say I showed the detective the picture, and
Okay, so you do that. You notice, you turn to show him, and you notice you see him bend down, and probably all see him. You see the detective bend down and pick up like a ticket stub.
Okay. Did you find something, detective?
Yes. What's the picture?
This is what I was going to show you. We need to establish what Marjorie looks like, because I don't know what she looks like, and if she's in this picture, then hopefully the professor can identify her, and he might know other people in this picture as well. The one that stands out is this gentleman here, and I point out the guy that was standing slightly separate from the group.
Yeah.
Quite unassuming man, quite slim, tall, thin moustache, dressed in a costume. You can make a history roll as well if you wish, as when.
It's not going to go very well, but I can do.
Oh, maybe.
Look at that. Oh, it's probably. Oh. I mean that's 7 look. I mean.
No.
It's maybe not worth spending a look on.
No.
Certainly not at this early stage in the game.
I ask
the person that knows all about history.
I asked George, is there a priest? What do you think? Is there a priest? Would you identify one of these as a priestess?
Are
they in what are they
my
dressed
history
in?
knowledge.
So are they dressed in costume? Costumes.
They're all dressed in Egyptian style costume, but you don't know enough about it to. It's just it's only recognisable because of the interest, the current interest in Egyptology. It's been referred to in the press, like Egyptomania.
Yeah, I only said that because I pass him the ticket stub.
Okay, show you the.
So I found this this is what fell out. This is what I found on the floor.
Interesting. Suppose we need to establish who Olivia is.
At some point, I'll just call over to the rest of you. Just say, this must be what he mentioned about. She was going to show them at the new college. Look up at that newspaper clip in there, and I'll point that out to the rest of them, because I think that's noteworthy.
Newspaper clipping.
There's a newspaper clip in here. Somebody sent an angry letter to the paper, because she's writing papers called "Was Jesus an Egyptian?" and somebody's raging about that. And remember, the professor said she had mentioned the last thing that she had said to him was, "I'm going to show them at the new college. They'll see." That must be.
I feel that's somewhat unlikely.
I wonder if she's getting in trouble for talking like in a way that somebody considers sacrilege.
Is Marjorie ruffling feathers?
Ruffling religious feathers, maybe, I worry. Maybe, you don't know. You don't want to mess with the Catholic Church, like.
I suppose.
Or any other one, for that matter, really.
Anything's possible. I wonder if I'll have a look on her bookshelf, see if there's anything along those sort of lines. It's
Are any of you chaps familiar with the stage play Seventh Heaven? And I'll show Julian and Walter the ticket stub.
I don't get much of a chance to make it to the theatre.
No, I've not seen this one either.
Oh boy.
Seventh Heaven, probably. Is it a new play?
My theatre knowledge is probably not what it should be.
There'll be more than mine, my friend.
I don't take in many productions these days.
No.
If it's
Maybe
more than zero,
maybe the
it'll be
professor
more than me.
knows.
Possibly,
Well,
although I'm not entirely sure he's the one for the more modern arts.
It has a name on the stub as well. It's signed by somebody called Olivia,
Olivia.
referring
Olivia.
to.
Yes, I'll show you.
No, I don't think I know an Olivia.
No, but
Like,
it seems
she's
our disappeared friend may know someone called Olivia.
Yeah, yes, maybe.
Or someone may know her as Olivia, you don't know. To my priestess and playmate, enjoy the show.
King's
And the
Theatre.
The signature, the message on the back is somewhat new.
Quite.
Yeah, depending on interpretation.
And this was
Well,
10 days ago.
That's what I was thinking. It doesn't necessarily this ticket stub does not necessarily mean she's in the play, but it may mean that she's attended and.
This looks like it was a gift for her by
Playmate can mean.
Surely a fellow member of the play.
Yes.
Not where.
Yes,
I don't know
my head's gone, but
a member of the cast would need a ticket to see the play.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe they're
Okay.
just like an understudy, or maybe they were in a different
Again.
play.
Perhaps.
Is there anything else in that desk, Julian?
Not that I can see. I mean, this notebook it's just her diary. Nothing of particular interest, I don't think. Just appointments and such. I'll toss the book towards. I'll have a look at the shelves.
Nothing in the drawers?
Drawers. Is there anything in the drawers?
It's just very neatly arranged, like writing material.
Julian, just have a feel underneath the desk and around it anywhere. Underneath the seat, have you checked there?
Feels like a desk.
Yeah.
I mean, were you expecting something else?
I shall put in the chat what was
quite heavy.
What was in the.
I mean, if people are going to hide things, Julian, they don't necessarily do it in plain sight.
Well, why would she hide anything?
Well, this is why we're here to find out. Why would somebody go missing?
We're here to find out why she's disappeared, not if she was hiding something.
Exactly. Aye.
Well,
you are a very
has she
suspicious man, aren't you?
It's my job.
Also,
has she disappeared? Or has she could have been at the pleasure. She could have met one of Mr. McGregor's accomplices at some other location.
Mrs. M. Duncan. Yes. M. Duncan. I've heard that name before.
M. Duncan is Marjorie, the missing woman.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. That makes more sense now.
Marjorie Duncan.
I see. And what happened to her?
Come on, Dave.
Oh dear.
She's missing. She's been seen since Wednesday.
Well,
there could be another missing person. There could be another missing person case before the end of the weekend.
Why don't we try and find her?
That's a great idea.
I really want to find out about this whole Jesus as an Egyptian thing.
Maybe
sounds quite
maybe
interesting.
a meeting with JC is with a meeting with Jesus Christ.
Well, that's what I'm worried about. Her being sacrilegious.
I feel that is
also
also
with the Church of Scotland.
I feel that
just
is also
on that
unlikely.
that Sunday the 25th of March. It's not Easter Sunday, is it?
Imagine. She's seen Jesus on his birthday.
Yeah, but then every week.
Birthday brunch with the big man himself.
JC. Maybe it's somebody at this Egyptian society.
Might be.
Egyptian.
Have I come across this Egyptian society at all?
you could give us a hard no roll.
A hard no roll. Where's my
That'd be education.
No. Yeah. Does this let me click and roll? Oh, it's a PDF, you stupid boy.
Yeah, you want to tell me count sheet, didn't you?
That's no time to do.
Education. Where have you gone? There we go. Hard. Okay.
You've got this. Easy peasy.
A learned man like yourself.
Hey, look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I put up a poster of some description in my window a few weeks ago.
So you're not entirely good, but you've maybe heard. Yeah, maybe you overheard people. Maybe there was. Maybe they did put a poster up there, but it is a. Like it says, it's a society that is held. Meetings are held at the Royal Overseers League. The Royal Overseas League.
Where's that?
The Royal Overseas League is located on Princess Street, Edinburgh's main thoroughfare, almost directly opposite Edinburgh.
All right. Okay. So it's very close to my place of work then.
Maybe we should pay them a visit Saturday evenings. When's the next one likely to be? What day is it today, chaps?
So it's
24th.
It says in the diary it's a monthly meeting that's held on Saturdays. The last meeting took place 2 weeks ago.
We've got another 2 weeks to wait.
Oh, that might be leaving it a little bit.
Oh yeah. Well, definitely.
So just to point something out to everybody. So you should be able to see little icons on the map.
Yeah.
So if you point your pointer over them, it'll give you the name of what that is. Double clicking on one should bring up a image of that.
Oh, very nice.
Beautiful.
Well, JC.
The thing we don't want to do, chaps, is start making assumptions and jumping to conclusions right now. We have lines of inquiries. We've got Dr. Ian Parker of the New College. We've got the King's Theatre. We've got Olivia.
We have the professor next door that we can ask many of these questions.
Exactly. We've got lines of inquiries that we can make. And we need to know. We need to know what Marjorie looks like.
Well, let's use the picture with the professor and see if he can point out anybody who's known in that picture.
Picture. Is there a
pick
picture?
the picture up again and show Julian the picture.
I've also not seen that, so I'll get a squint at that if that's all right.
Okay, so I shall remind you what. So it's a photograph in a silver frame. It depicts several people wearing Egyptian costume. About a dozen people. Most notable is the fact that one of them, a man, quite an unassuming-looking man, with a pencil moustache, dressed addressed to the Pharaoh. He kind of stands some distance away from the others, and this is just like got this glowering look on his.
How accurate are these Egyptian costumes?
You would have to make a history roll.
Yeah, so I was wondering if it was like authentic or if it was costumey.
Yeah.
I'm going to make a history roll as well then.
Yeah. If you see,
head and tails of that.
If you've seen the photograph, you can make it.
History.
Let's go.
Ooh, Julian.
Well, yes. So yes, is everybody in a suitable time period attire, or are there? Bear in mind, of course, that the Egyptian period did last many thousands of years, and Interestingly, Cleopatra is actually closer in time to us than the building of the Great Pyramid of Khufu, of course, which is something that not a lot of people know.
So this is kind of like typical of what kind of things they're wearing.
Ooh, I say.
Yes, a little bit raunchy, to say the least.
Very raunchy.
I say.
Whoa. I can see her midriff.
It's certainly not something that would.
Oh my! Both her shoulders are out.
Dear me, that hairstyle is really exceedingly unsuitable for the time period depicted by the clothing. I say that is just deeply disturbing.
Certainly not something.
Clearly amateurs.
But yeah, so on that note, let me just. The costumes depicted in the picture, they are clearly like homemade costumes, but they do seem to be generally seem to be accurate. Maybe not all from the same time period, but they from your knowledge of this Egyptology, they do look they are authentic. Like I say, clearly homemade. They're not they're not artifact. So and like I said, most of them are dressed in this kind of general attire, this general outfit costume, and then there's the guy at the back who's slightly aside who's dressed as a pharaoh, who's got the pharaoh. And then there's a woman kind of stood in the center, smile, it's quite smart, got a big smile on her face, and she's wearing a white sheathed dress and a crown of curved bull horns with a flat disc between them. And Julian, you know this. This is this outfit is a representation of the Egyptian goddess of wisdom.
Interesting.
Yeah,
so we have somebody dressed as Isis. The gentleman dressed as the pharaoh. Does he have headgear?
Yeah. So he's got that's what we recognise.
Is it the upper Egypt, lower Egypt, or the combined?
So it's of the costumes, it's probably the least accurate one.
Terribly.
It's got that.
It's very hard to accurately date the time period that they're attempting to depict. It's all over the place.
But it's got that signature, that recognisable, pharaoh headdress, and maybe the.
Dear me, that's just not right at all.
Julian, would you describe any of these people in the picture as a priestess or dressed as a priestess?
Amateurs is what I would describe them as.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the one that's quite clearly dressed as Isis, I would assume is either depicting the goddess herself or a priestess of that religion.
So really, looking at the ticket, that potentially could be our Miss Duncan.
Would she have been? Would I recognise her at all?
Who?
In a.
Do you know? Do you mean have you met? Have you met?
Have I met?
Marjorie?
I would
Miss Duncan.
say no.
Okay. Well, perhaps we should ask the professor. He's, I would have said, reasonably likely to recognise one of his next door neighbours.
Or his own colleague, sorry.
So.
Let's take the picture out of the frame.
Yeah, we never even asked him what kind of age she is or what she looks like or anything, so we need to do that.
Yes.
Okay.
And possibly this is one of the. I do hope she's not the young lady in that most skimpy attire. That would be most unfortunate. But yes,
All of the
possibly.
costumes in the.
That was a lot of midriff for this time on a Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, so all the costumes are what would be colour quite revealing.
Could see her belly button.
But yes, why don't you, Inspector? Why don't you puddle off and ask the professor if he recognises anybody in the photograph?
Puddle off.
I ignore him.
He's huge.
So, is there anything anyone would, anything else anyone would like to do in this?
I would quite like to have a scan over her bookshelf, see if there's anything particularly interesting, especially to do with this whole Osiris. I'm guessing there's quite a lot of Egyptology, if that's her specialised interest.
There was no other pictures, was there, Phil? No family portraits or anything up?
No, nothing. The only pictures, the only things in the room is this framed photograph, this group photograph on the desk, and then the framed clip. No family pictures. Nothing.
So I'm going to also be looking at her books, not taking anything out at the moment, but just perusing to see if she has anything kind of. What's the most occult kind of stuff she reads? Just curious.
What about you, detective?
The most strange or...
Is there anything... I look at the bookcase. Can I see anything? Is there anything behind the bookcase?
So yeah, you could certainly have a look.
I certainly want to have a look.
Okay, what about...
I will inspect. Was the trophies on the shelf?
Yeah,
did you say?
There's this cabinet. The top two shelves are covered in trophies and medals, and the lower shelves are packed with.
I will inspect the trophies.
Okay, so you all kind of crowd around this book. Some of you looking at the books. George looking at the trophies and medals, while the detective kind of tries to pulling the bookcase away from the wall, peering behind
I can look from a distance. I'm not taking any books down. I'm just reading the titles.
Okay.
It's almost like you're doing what I asked you to do in the first place.
I'm now detective.
I
Yes,
told
thank you.
I told you I was going to do that after I'd had a look at the thing.
So detective, you kind of move. There's nothing behind it. You're kind of tapping on it. They don't. I mean, the back paneling rattles a bit, but there's no suggestion of any hidden panels or anything like that. There's nothing on the wall behind it either. So looking at the books. So, like I said, there's several dozen that are kind of neatly arranged on the shelves. They are, without exception, concerned with mythology and ancient religions. Over half the titles are Egyptian related, and half of those concerning initiation ceremonies and mystery and rites associated with Isis.
Okay, so particular focus on ISIS.
And George, these trophies and medals, the line the top two, they're all awarded to the Duncan, her name's inscribed on them, and they're all rewards for fencing competition. So she's clearly a very accomplished fencer.
Can I will inspect them further just to see if there's any. Was it for the university or was it for a fencing
so
club or something like
that? Local and national competition, and they're all like first gold and silver medal, first, second. Majority of them are first place.
Okay.
Like I said, clearly she is very accomplished.
I'll relay that to the others. It seems our Marjorie Duncan.
Yeah.
I've turned the page. Was quite an established fencer. As I step back from the shelf and towards the door now and free up some space in the room.
An interesting sport, fencing.
Remind me not to have a sword fight with her in that
Not
case.
to get on her wrong side, yeah. Might get stabbed.
I'd do us all a favour.
Okay. But yeah, you seem, but with that, seem to have you seem
Bottomed.
investigated all the
Exhausted all avenues
yeah,
of investigation.
that is the word, that is the turn of phrase I was looking
I will go see the professor.
for. Okay, and what about everybody else? The detective leaves the room. Who's got the photograph at the
And I
moment?
shut
Doing
the
the
door.
same thing. I'm going with it. No, I'm going with I'm going with the detective.
And I lock it and I throw the key away.
Okay, so are you all returning to the professor's office?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, so led by the detective. Oh, you
Well, your guy's name's Phil, Andy. That's a stupid name. What a fucking...
Okay.
Well, imagine
That's,
picking a nonsense name.
Yeah.
That's some penalty.
Everybody
dice.
else picked proper serious names, and you picked a nonsense name.
Well, you know, that's favours that, you know.
That's some penalty dice.
You in there?
I feel an early death coming on.
He knows I'm just fooling his phone.
Anyway, okay, so you cross,
Yeah.
go across the hall, probably not, and enter into the professor's office. Anything? Find anything of note?
Well, a couple of interesting things. First off, I'd like to know if you could tell me who's in this picture, please. I'll pass him the.
Oh,
passing the picture.
You don't know what your girl looks like. You don't know if she's one of these people.
my apologies, of course. And he points.
Are any of these this uncle?
I'm afraid I'm unfamiliar with the rest of the people. But the one in the middle, and he points to the woman wearing the ISIS costume. That's
Marjorie, the priestess. The one in the priestess costume is Marjorie, right? Okay. That puts two things together already.
So yeah, so she looks to be in her early 40s. She's slim, quite short, dark brown hair. Quite attractive. Very attractive, in fact.
By that means that Olivia is someone in this photo. Or someone for the group, which is likely to be in this photo.
Can you tell us anything about this group in the photo?
I've seen the photo before.
But I'm not interested in the people. I'm just interested in the group.
Is Miss Duncan big on the theatre? Do you know if that's something she's into? We know she's into fencing. We've seen that, but do you know if she's big on the theatre?
That.
Miss Duncan, quite closely together.
Has accompanied me on one or two occasions to see a play, but not for.
So you know her well. You know that she's into fencing. So if she was big into theatre, you would know that about her as well, wouldn't you?
I wouldn't say she. It's one of. Yeah.
Not like fencing is.
No,
yeah. Okay.
No.
But she's.
As I
it
say,
wouldn't be
I imagine like most people.
She enjoys the theatre like most people.
Indeed.
Yeah. Much as the next man, aye. So it wouldn't be a shocking thing for her to be a theatre goer.
Oh no, not at all.
Okay. And you know about her fencing. She's been in fence. She must have been into fencing a long time. It appears she's a champion.
Oh yes, she's quite incredible. If you get the opportunity, highly recommend.
I'm really interested in Julian taking up that Julie he suggested with her.
It's a much more fitter and agile man's game than suited for me is fencing. I'm a bit old and big and slow for that, but that's impressive that the young lady's a champion fencer.
Do they not teach fencing and such physical things in the police force?
Does the university have a fencing club?
It does not.
Doesn't. Okay.
Maybe there's.
I assume the
fencing club
university
in
does
Edinburgh.
have sports in other teams like rugby, football, hockey, regular, the bigger sports. Yeah.
Well, this faculty tends to
But universities have teams though, even if all universities are academic, but they all have sports teams, right?
That maybe it's not an area of mine. As I say, the Miss Duncan competed in nothing related to the university.
Not representing the university.
No, not at all.
How long has she been an employee at the university? And what kind of
several
age
years.
is she?
Several years.
Is she a younger woman or?
Well, she was in her mid to late 30s, I believe.
And she's been here. And how long did you say she's been here, sorry?
Several years.
So she must be at least our own age then. And,
as I say, she is one of our senior lecturers.
So she must be at least my own age then, Professor. Yeah.
She's 41.
Oh, aye. So she's right about my age then. Aye. So was she a student of yours back all those years ago?
No.
I might have only missed her by a year or two if she was.
Actually, she
no,
wasn't.
Okay.
Um,
Where's she from originally? Like England or?
Oh no, she's from the borders.
She's local. She's from the borders. I
What
hear there
did
are
she,
sheep shaggers down there.
What did she lecture in? Was it anthropology as well?
It is. Yes, anthropology specializes. She specializes in
Sheep shagging.
told you what she's.
Egyptology.
So it's pre-Christian. So it's anthropology.
Oh yeah.
Does it mythology?
Paganism and
Specifically mythology, like but like pre-Christian.
Faith and religion pre-Christianity. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you aware of any scandal with her publishing papers about Jesus being an Egyptian?
There was. I mean, I'm sure you saw the newspaper clipping on the wall of her office. Pride of place. I have.
Of course, the borders is where the Egyptian palace, the Gypsy palace is, isn't it? Borders. So she's maybe got. I don't know if she's got any of that in her herself. Maybe.
Yes, the article. I have suggested. Advice down, but she was quite adamant. She's very proud of the fact that of the commotion she. Even it almost cost her job here at the university. If I hadn't intervened and smoothed over things with the Reverend in college.
Quite. I can see bringing the university into disrepute.
My concern was more for.
I don't want to go upsetting the church, like.
Professor, do you know Dr. Ian Parker at the new college?
Yes. I intervened directly with the Reverend.
And it's safe to say there was some animosity between Dr. Parker and Marjorie.
Reverend Parker was seeking the.
Was he calling it sacrilege? Was she calling it?
He threatened to take legal action under the blasphemy laws.
Wow. blasphemy. So she's talking about the lineage of Jesus Christ himself being of Egyptian birth and not of Judean. Okay, that's interesting. I suppose the Church of Scotland don't like that very much.
No, as you can imagine. So yeah, I was able to over with.
I wonder if she's ever thought about publishing that paper in.
I quite imagine that she would have. As I say, Marjorie is very strong-willed woman, very proud, despite my suggestions. Attention is very proud of. And as this is my main concern. That as I say, the last word she ever said to me was that she would show those mugs a new college a thing or two, which, of course, can only be referring to the Reverend.
Do you know anybody other than the Reverend who's maybe been upset by this, or has anyone made any statements about it? Has there been any?
Not directly, no. I imagine if this, you must understand that this was only a academic. The article was only published in an academic paper, an internal academic paper, so it wasn't widely available to the public. So it would be unlikely. A wider audience is aware of it, but yes, of course. Well, as I say, the Reverend was seeking Duncan's dismissal, threatened legal action, the blasphemy. Yes, it would have if it was published to the public domain. Of course. It is
I think the Reverend
it's quite the claim.
Well, the Reverend's a certain interest in a person of interest.
Did you know, Professor? Did Marjorie have any friends went by the name Olivia that you may have known about?
Marjorie considered me a dear friend. Did move in different social circles. She was a very she is a very boisterous is wrong. She's a very flamboyant, outspoken person.
She must be to write articles like this.
Indeed,
but
not only in an academic sense, in a personal sense. She
expressed herself.
Yes, but she enjoys busy social.
Okay.
As I say, she's a close friend, a very, very dear friend. She also moved. Our friendship is.
Of course.
I'm far too old to be out partying with all those bright young things.
What?
She's barely a bright young thing. She's only a year or two younger than myself. I don't feel a year or two older than bright or young myself, Professor. But if you say so, maybe women last a bit longer than I do. My old body's creaky and painful at my age, and I'm only a couple of years older than the lady.
What do you think, Detective? What's the next move in the detective handbook? What would you?
Well, I mean, if I make a suggestion, you seem to want to do your own things anyway. So, regardless of
it's free will, but I turn to your expertise.
Well,
I wonder if. I wonder if she's friends with people who are actors at the theatre, and if it's worth going to the theatre and asking if whatever current shows they've got on just now, or this show that's on just now, because that ticket's for in the future, in the near future, so that's for a coming up show, that must be a group of actors that's in the theatre just now, like doing a current run, so we could maybe find out if somebody in that group is called Olivia.
What?
Like one of the actors or something, somebody in the cast of the show.
As well, right. Right, I mean, what do you do? I mean, I am concerned that whether something happened at home. As I say, I've tried several times to call on a telephone. No reply, and when I went to the house itself, again there was no answer at the door.
I mean, that's where I would like to go. I believe I would like to visit her home address, but I do believe it may be worth, rather than us all lumbering around to each location, if maybe one of you comes with me to the home address and the other two maybe go visit the Reverend.
How about the theatre?
I wanted to go to the theatre. I don't know if I'm going to go and see the Reverend. Don't know if my mother would be happy about me going to see the Reverend. My mother was a Catholic, so God rest her soul.
I'd be happy to visit the Reverend. Not a problem.
I'll go to the theatre.
Yeah.
Well, I will check her home address.
Fair. So you're going 3 ways then.
Let's split up.
Unless you'd like me to come with you, Detective, and then we can visit the Reverend together after.
Oh yes, more than happy.
The party, isn't it?
Okay.
No, I was going to go to the Reverend first, but I will join the Detective, and then we can visit the Reverend.
Okay. So glancing over the clock on it's currently almost 20 past. We have still a few hours of daylight left. So are you heading out? Is that the plan?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to the theatre.
Gentlemen, where shall we convene? Where would you like to convene? Once you've made your inquiries.
I'm sure one of Edinburgh's fine public houses.
Aye.
With a snug.
So where are we all go? Let's look at the map. Sorry. So, where's everybody going? You're going to her house, which is at Marchmont. Where's Marchmont on this?
Marchmont. Let me look. Marchmont is.
I think it'll be on this in the centre.
It's down here. The other side of it's on the opposite side of the meadows.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I could just see it there.
Yeah.
All right, yeah.
I should.
Do I know where the theatre is? What was the name of the theatre?
It's the King's Theatre.
The King's Theatre. So where's that?
King's Theatre.
It's going to be somewhere in the main city. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. So we're going in the same direction.
Get a carriage.
So. Oh yes, definitely.
I know a bar nearby the King's Theatre. I reckon we meet there.
Yeah, there's bound to be a couple of bars.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll just as a point of interest, if you go into the journal tab, you'll find all the journals.
Yep.
And in that, you'll find a entry called Locations in Edinburgh, which
Oh, yeah.
provides images of the various locations that you know
Yeah.
we're currently aware of. I should add the King Theatre.
Ow.
There's the Cowgate. That's cool. George Fourth Bridge.
So you should,
Cool.
so you can
Love
should also
this.
be able, so you should be able to see the King's Theatre. So if you can double, like I say, you
Oh, yeah.
can double click on the tokens as well on the map.
Oh,
Over
yeah,
here.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so
Amazing.
also now you should also be able to see.
Oh, yeah. A house.
Okay. Marchment Terrace. Yep. And those houses are those buildings are still there and still look like that to this day.
Okay.
That's cool.
Okay, so some of you are heading to the theatre and some of you are heading to Merchant Street to Miss Duncan's residence. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And would George and Philip be heading there across the meadows or via the roads? So the meadows is like a big like public park.
Well, if we're getting a carriage, we can all take a carriage and they can drop us off sort of nearby and then proceed to the theatre.
Yeah, so you could take a carriage down down Meadow Walk here.
Yeah.
And take the others up towards the theatre. Yeah, of course. Rightio. So that's what we do. So I guess I'll take maybe like push time. Days to get.
Hey, mister. Yes? Can you tell me where King Toot and Come In Tomb is?
Why, tut, my boy.
Right. Okay, so you say your farewells to the and head out, secure a carriage, and which takes you down Meadow Walk through the meadow, through the centre of the meadows, before dropping two of you off. Yeah, probably just a short walk away from Duncan's carriage. So, so this is. So it's quite a well-to-do area. Although Miss Duncan's residence is an apartment on the ground floor. It's not the entire building. It's a ground floor apartment, part of a larger tenement building on Marchment. It's mostly a residential area, and it's just a short walk. It's just a short walk, of course, from the William Robertson wing of the university, separated just by the meadows, which is a large municipal park, popular with locals and dog walkers, people taking picnics, those seeking exercise. Though probably some, or if not all of you amongst you, will be very aware of the fact this is a place that is best avoided. Tends to attract less desirable type of people.
Sometimes still does these days.
That'd be something. Would you? The detective would know that. I wouldn't.
The detective would know that. But probably there's good reason why. There's good reason to suspect that we'd all be aware. It's a very commonly known.
Okay.
Like I said, during the day, it's this lovely palatial garden, park, ornamental gardens and parkland. that is always busy with people walking, picnicking, and exercise. Families, children. After nightfall, the place that avoided by the more respectable. So,
A beautiful, beautiful park. I love it.
So like I said, it's a ground floor apartment that you can, as you can see in these photos. Kind of there's a path that goes to a door that leads to gives access to apartments on the floor, of course, blocked. And there is another side door, just like that, gives access to this ground floor. What are you doing, Detective Flip and George?
This is not in my wheelhouse, detective. This is more up your street. So, however we handle this, I defer to you.
Well, we'll proceed to. Let's just knock onto the property. Let's just make a call initially.
Okay.
So walk up to the door.
Okay, so you walk up to the door, front door. Knock. After knocking upon the door, you wait. There's no answer, no sign or sound of movement within. There's some bay windows left of the door. Peering in, from what little you can see, into like a sitting room. You can see a couple of comfortable armchairs, kind of sitting room, fireplace, property. Curtains are partially, can't fully see into the room. But you do notice that one of the sash windows is partially open, a few inches.
Ground floor.
Yeah.
Bottom.
Yeah.
Like
the whole apartment is ground floor apartment.
Oh right, it's a ground floor. Yeah. Okay.
But there's these bay windows that are like, it looks into the sitting room.
Well, I'll try the door first.
It's locked.
Locked. Okay. Point it out. Do you notice the sash windows open? Potential means of entry there, or exit for somebody. Doors locked.
We go in that way. Do you think?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think if we're going that way, it's going to leave the property somewhat secure without busting the front door. Let's see. Let's have a look. Let's see if we are you happy to climb in there?
Give it a go.
Yes. Well, welcome to the world of policing, George.
Terribly exciting.
Yeah, we'll see what you make of this. Try the sash window, see if we can push it.
So
up
it sticks a little bit, but with a little effort, you can raise it up high enough to be able to duck down and go inside if that's what you do.
Now, I will say to you this time, George, this is potentially a crime scene that if you go free will rummaging, it could jeopardize the case, and it could mean that even if we do catch a killer, that there is nothing we can do because of the contamination and disruption to the crime scene. So please just be careful whilst you're in here. And I'm not saying don't look around. I'm just saying before we do anything, I
100% agree.
Let's be sensible. Now, if you'd like to give me some assistance and then I can.
I will boost. I will get ready with the old booster, ready to.
I mean, it's like I say, so the window is quite. It's a ground floor.
I know, but I've got a dicky leg.
So yeah. That is correct. Yeah.
I need a little bit of assistance.
I will assist.
Okay.
Yeah, I will assist.
Okay, so Okay. So you just go in. You just go
In we
in.
go.
So you just go in. Okay. Can you the two of you make a group look roll? So the person with the lowest look, give us a look.
I'm 45.
Mine's 50, so off you go.
79.
Okay. Very good.
So not even close.
Okay. Right. So yeah, it's a simple, an easy job of sliding the window up and duck in over the window ledge into the room. So you can find yourselves in this sitting room. It's quite well, you know. Like I said, the curtains are partially closed, so but there's plenty of light through the window. So, you find yourself in the rooms. Like I said, there's two comfortable armchairs. One looks more warm than the other, but and these armchairs kind of dominate this sitting. Arranged either side of a unlit fireplace. There's a low coffee table between them, and a book, like one of the kind of like coffee table books of photographs, that lies open on the table, of depicting American jazz music. Along on one wall, there's a bookcase, several dozens of books on it. And just to the side of where you've come through the window, this bay window, just kind of set in the middle of the bay window, is a small table. There's two wooden chairs either side of it. In the center of the table is this rather strange object. Consists of like an ivory board, it's about a foot long, and it stands on four foldable legs that are carved shape of lion's paws. The surface of this ivory board is 3 rows, 10 holes, into which several long pegs have been inserted. Pegs have small, like carved, the tops of the pegs like carved into heads. Some appear to be vaguely stylized Egyptian priestesses, similar to that outfit that he was wearing, Mr. And two represent clearly represent pharaohs, and several others are carved to resemble either rams or head. There's also in the opposite corner, just to the side of the door that leads out into the hall, there's the roll top writing.
George, would you like to? Nothing seems broken. Nothing seems out of place. Nothing seems disturbed. Would you like to just have a look round? Check the writing desk. Let's see.
Yep, I will investigate the writing desk.
What the thing on the table?
That look like Senate at all.
Well, I'll go.
How big is this?
It's about a foot long.
Okay. Oh, right. Yeah. This it reminds me of a cribbage.
Reminds me of a game, aye.
Yeah, cribbage board.
You're not there.
I know. Don't comment on. Just that looks like a game.
Yeah. Yeah. This appears to be a crib. How big are the pegs then?
The pegs probably about a couple
Inches.
Yeah, a couple of inches.
Yeah. All right. Okay. I'll pick the pegs out and just sort of have a look at them and have a look at the board.
Okay.
In fact, before I do that, Before I remove anything, I take my little notebook out and I'll write down what position the pegs are in.
Okay, a little sketch.
Yeah, a little
Okay.
sketch.
Oh, what's George doing?
I'm investigating. I've walked over to the roll top writing desk and just having a look over it, see if there's anything that stands out or anything of interest.
Okay, so it's rolled up that you can, you know what rolled up desk is? Kind of like that sort of wooden shutter that kind of pulls up, rolls back.
Like a bureau sort of thing.
Yeah.
I know
So
what you mean.
everything is concealed underneath this roll top, and it's you try and open it, and it's
Detective, the desk is locked.
We'll see if we can find any keys anywhere. I suppose before we go breaking.
Before we decide to, yes, I'll search around, see if I can find some keys.
Yeah.
Okay, so detective, so you can George, you can give a spot hidden roll, and while you're doing that, detective, you're kind of looking at this that's very apt description. It does look, it has obviously very similarities to a cribbage board. It looks quite new. It looks like brand new. It's not like some antique or something.
Yeah.
Nice roll.
Yes.
But yeah, so you pull these pegs out. The lid kind of like folds up. You can pull it up, and they obviously
They can lay out the pegs under it.
Yeah, so you can store the pegs inside it.
Anything in it?
No. And the legs, they also fold up, so it can be
packed away.
Yeah, packed away. Or something.
Yeah. Nothing else untowards it that apart from the legs fold up, and you can store the sort of pegs inside.
No, but you can make a history or an archaeology roll.
Yeah. Yeah, I sort of make some notes about it. I know nothing about it. It is what it is. That's fine.
So George, there's you have a look around. You're looking in obvious places. There doesn't appear to be a key.
This room.
George, what I suggest is we can maybe get a knife from the kitchen.
Okay. I will try and find the kitchen.
Okay.
And then head to.
Okay. It won't be as hidden as the key.
So is detective, what are you doing, detective?
Right, I'll just check the rest of the sort of the sitting area.
Okay. So George, you head out the door, like I said, and it opens as you suspect, hallway. And you can see there's a door at the very back of the corridor that looks like a rear door to the property. That maybe it presumably goes out into typically it probably goes out into a backyard, and maybe there'll be an outhouse toilet. Clearly no interior toilet. So you can see there's a door. There's three. Aside from that, there's three other doors, as well as the back, the front door, the back door, the door to sitting room, and then the other doors. One of which is open, which clearly leads into the kitchen.
Approach the door that is slightly open, and I'm not gonna go bang. I'm gonna slowly push it open and have a peer inside before I actually go in, just to check if there's anyone in there.
Okay, so no, it's nobody in. Kind of like her office, like the sitting room. It's spotless. Everything is like really tidy, neat and tidy. And there's like a faint aroma of herbs and spices. There's stove, the stone sink, and various cupboards and drawers.
I open a drawer and see if I can find a knife in any of them, or indeed the keys that might be.
Okay, so you
hidden in there.
so going through the checking doors and drawers and cupboards, you find a knife which, if necessary, you think was sturdy enough to force open the roll top desk. Very much. That's very most kind. But the kitchen, this kitchen reveals itself. This obviously a woman of refined taste. And you're not even sure what things are, or it's certainly things that are beyond your means. There's like in the jars, in the cupboards rather, there's jars of things like preserves, pickled vegetables, and other like fine fare. Several of the jars are labelled as being the produce of Jenner's, which is a name you recognise. A store in the centre of Edinburgh that is where the more well-to-do, the richer people, residents.
On Princess Street.
Yeah. So it's probably, if not, it's probably one of the most expensive, if not the most expensive store in the city.
Take a mental note of that.
So meanwhile, back in the sitting room, detective, you're looking around. Like I said, there's on the coffee table, there's coffee book, table book of jazz music. Looking through that, it's just what it is. Photographs of jazz musicians. The bookcase has probably several dozen volumes. All of them, without exception, are on ancient cultures, mythology, histories, and a small selection of well-thumbed crime fiction paper. So,
like the Scottish Harrods. That's the word. That's the story I was trying to think of. Jenner's is like the Scottish Harrods, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is. So, anyway, meanwhile, across the other end of the meadows, Julian and Walter. Yeah, I want. You the cab drops you. The hansom cab drops you outside. Taxi. The
yeah.
Watermark.
So yeah, the outside the you find yourselves outside the King's Theatre. It's a short distance south. So again, this is only a short distance southwest of the university. There's this grand Victorian building opened to the public about 20 years ago, and it has quickly become a popular stage entertainment venue. Emblazoned above the door and on posters either side of the entrance are posters advertising the play Seventh Heaven, playing at the theatre. It's advertised as a drama and tragic love story. And
are there
stars...
any?
Oh, sorry, go on.
Are there any like pictures? You know, generally they'll have like line drawings of stuff.
Yeah.
Does it look Egypt-y?
No, not in the least.
Oh.
It appears to be set during the Great War.
Okay.
But there are sort of photographs of the like main actors, and the names underneath, which you can kind of like. One obviously catches your eye, Olivia Reed.
Olivia Reed.
This
So that's
Pretty-
not.
Yeah, pretty young woman.
But she's not one of the ones that was in that photo.
No, she's not one of the ones that were
No.
in that photo.
Okay.
She's
So there's
very,
no-
she's
There's
very,
an Olivia in the cast of the show, though. That's what we were
yeah.
suspecting.
So she's a young woman, early mid-20s, incredibly attractive. You probably all heard, you probably recognise the face. She's I've seen her. Even if you don't know the name, you'll have seen her face.
Quite big.
Papers.
Is there what time is it? Is there a matinee show?
So-
Just finishing.
No. So the first show, the first show is at 7:30 p.m.
Okay.
And we're going to stick around and catch a show, are we?
Well,
Tried
I
to
was
speak
just
to her before.
if there was a matinee show, I was going to try and hang around the dressing room. But where you seem to be a man of the world, where would these sorts of people hang out?
I'm a man of this city, my friend. Not much a man of the world, man of this city, and that's about it. I don't know where high class actors and things hang out after shows and before shows. I would assume backstage. I would assume they have a green room. No?
I was wondering if they'd be in a watering hole somewhere.
Yeah, I mean that's.
Maybe not before the show.
There is a watering hole just across the street there. That's where we were going to meet with the others after. Maybe we would have a look and just what's the highest, classiest kind of watering hole in the area. Maybe try there.
Yeah. Well, maybe we should go in and ask.
Or ask around, but maybe just being. I mean, I'm not that old, so I maybe in the know a little bit about who goes where for drinks. I might know like what kind of end of town or what kind of bars people like that might drink in. Would that be a kind of role maybe to know that, Phil? Or
I would guess it'll be a
credit rating role? Aye, okay, aye, yeah, that makes sense. Got so many tabs open here. Credit rating. Is it worth 10 luck? I don't think it's going to be worth 10 luck, is it?
No, I wouldn't have thought so.
No.
The thing is,
Too early to be spending luck.
And chances are they wouldn't
Nah.
be drinking before a show. They'd be drinking afterwards.
Maybe knowing this at this time in the afternoon, if they've got a show tonight, aye.
I was kind of hoping there'd be, with it being a Saturday, there might be a matinee show. That's what I was thinking.
Might have to catch them after the show if we were going to catch them drinking, so that'd be tonight.
Yeah. Or,
later.
if they're signing autographs after the show.
Maybe.
Unless we wander in and see if they are, rehearsing or...
You never know, we might be able to catch a rehearsal or speak to somebody. You never know.
If they are
Worth trying.
already.
I think
we're here. We might as well go in and chance our luck. Say we're friends of... can we get away with saying we're friends of Olivia? We could certainly...
I doubt it. I don't look like I'm friends with young hip actresses. Like
no. Mr. McGregor is.
I'm
clearly...
a 40-year-old man with dirt under my fingernails.
Clearly a working class gentleman.
Very much a white collar gentleman.
No,
blue collar. Blue collar is working class.
We could say.
I don't even know. I don't wear shirts.
Yeah, we're friends of Marjorie Duncan. Can you get a message to Olivia?
Aye.
Might work.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe we just do it. We're friends of a friend of Olivia's. And looking for information about our friend, so we've come to you as the mutual friend of a friend that we know about.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could always try it. Like.
Yeah. It's worth a punt.
You're gonna try the main doors then.
Yeah.
Okay. So, give us a look roll.
Is this a group look roll?
It will be a group. Well, I would get. Yeah, it would be a group look roll.
I'm on
60, Dave.
I'm on 65, so go for it.
Me, then.
Don't let us down.
shall try. Oh no.
Oh,
Okay, so the doors lock. You can the door rattles right, and the doors lock, but you do see there's staff inside.
Oops.
Clearly making preparations. Get some cleaners, but you can see them making preparations, getting ready for this evening's performance. And maybe one of them, one gentleman, kind of looks up like a doorman. He looks up and is kind of curious. A curious look on his face, comes over and says, walks over to the door and says, "The performance is at 7:30. The doors open at 7 o'clock."
Understand, my man. We're not here as punters. I'm here to speak to one of the performers. Actually, we're a friend of a friend, just trying to get some information. Just wondering if we could speak to. It's the name of Olivia. She's one of the actors in the show. Olivia, did you say it was Reed? Phil.
Olivia Reed, yeah.
Yeah, Olivia Reed. She's a friend of ours, Marjorie, and we're just wondering if we could get a wee chat with Olivia inside.
It's quite important.
Or even if you know her and you could send her out to see us, is fine. We don't necessarily need to get in, but we're looking to speak to a certain person. If you could help with that, maybe.
No offence, gentlemen. I'm sure you can imagine how many people come to the door wishing to speak to Miss Reed.
It's not an autograph situation, my friend. It's not like that. It's not like
if you could maybe just let Miss Reed know that we're friends of Marjorie Webb's. Marjorie Duncan, sorry.
Webb's the man, Professor.
But yeah, if you could just let her know that maybe that you'd like to talk to her, and we're friends of Marjorie Duncan.
And it's a bit important.
And if she doesn't want to see us, that's fine. But hopefully she will do it. It's quite.
If you could
important.
say to her that it's about Marjorie Duncan and that it is important, I think she'll respond to that. Would you mind doing that for us? Even passing on that message. You don't have to let us in. We're no here chasing autographs. Genuinely want to speak to her about something important.
Okay,
so if you could pass that message on and see how she responds to it, that's fine with us.
So one of you can make a fast talk or a charm roll, but with that, you can have a bonus die.
I can do charm. Oliver's looking like he is not
a charming. This is all
he is not a charming man.
I've got a skull.
No, I'm not a charming man. I have got a skull in my pocket.
I will go for a charm, I think.
And you can have it like say.
No, fast talk.
You can like say you can have a bonus dice on that. With that.
I am a salesman, if nothing else.
Love it.
Bonus dice.
Are we doing half time tonight, Phil?
We're just going. We're just going.
For fuck's sake. Look, you bastard! Let us in.
Listen, Dave. That you've got a 60% chance if you push it. So it's.
Oh, can I push it?
You can if you can come up the how are you going to push that? I mean, this is the fast talk.
I like Lucky Bastard.
So don't forget, when you push your roll, it doesn't have to be the same approach. So it can be approach that uses a different roll. So you could threaten him and go for intimidation. Or you could just come up with to redo the fast talk.
I'm going to turn on the charm, I think.
Okay.
I'm going to schmooze him. Look, you clearly, you care about your job. I fully understand that you've got people all the time just bothering you, wanting to bother the actors. That's terrible. It's not what we're here for. And you're a discerning man. I can see that. Do I still get the bonus dice?
You do, yeah. Still get bonus dice on push roll.
If I kind of growl him a wee bit, can I do an assist with
no
intimidate?
No, no, that would counter what he's doing.
But yeah, he's clearly a very you're just doing your job, and I fully appreciate a man who's has to put with all sorts of shit.
Look at that!
Oi.
I am clearly the silver tongue. I think some police sergeants might want to take note of that. Oh, sorry, was it private?
Okay. Right.
Very nice, Dave.
Sorry. So,
But just please, if you could just let her know that we would like to talk to her. That's all we ask.
I'm sure if that's the case, that Miss Reed would rather speak to you directly. He unlocks the door.
You're right. An absolute gentleman.
Nicely done. Nicely done, Julian.
But
Walter, just
Yes, Julian.
give the man something for his troubles.
Oh, aye, of course, of
finger
course.
bone.
No. I'll give the man a wee couple of bob, or whatever it is. Couple of beans, whatever the currency is of the 1920s.
Oh, if you case like really so that's not.
Sound, I'll put that back in my pocket then.
So if you of course keep it. Don't.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Gentlemen, if you follow me, kind of looks, pauses for a moment, looks at.
Yeah, we pause a lot and exactly the same, mate.
Kind of shrugs. It's what? You, Julian?
My name is Julian Morgan, but we're friends of Marjorie Duncan.
Well, if you follow me, and he leads you down sort of across the foyer, and down through a staff door, kind of leads down round the back of the stage, and then down beneath the stage, where line of dressing rooms. If you just
Fascinating.
wait here. Just here. To the left, there's like an exit door. It's like stage, stage door, like exit door, leads out. It to the side. If you just get a moment.
Absolutely.
I'll speak to Miss Reed.
Much obliged.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much.
Okay, so he goes down this hallway. Hear me knock. He goes several doors. Knocks on. You hear a faint woman's voice. Can't hear what's been said. What words or anything. And steps in. So meanwhile, back at Merchant Street, Miss Duncan's. George, you return. I guess you return to the sitting room with this knife, this bread knife, dirty, in stainless steel.
It's mild breaking and entering.
I think we've gone beyond that.
Well, I referred to the detective. He said it'd be okay, so let's get in this drawer, in this cabinet thing, desk.
Okay. So, who's doing it? Who's going to force this?
Can I make a comment to the detective before? I think you, detective, should do this. You'll be more qualified than I am in this kind of thing. However, this Marjorie lives, because obviously with the jars and everything in the kitchen, the food and stuff, she lives a very, very expensive lifestyle. Not a lifestyle I think a professor at a university could afford.
Do you think it's beyond the means?
I think so. I think so. I may be wrong, but
interesting. It's something to bear in mind. I mean, if you look at the decor and this strange thing that she's got on the table, this Egyptian-looking thing, the bureau. Yeah. Well, let's try it. Yes, if you'd like to hand me the knife, I'll have we'll have a pry at it.
Yep. And the knife.
Okay, so if you give us a strength roll, it will open regardless. Failure might.
Yeah, we're fine.
Yeah, you so detective, you know where to put it in, wedge it in where the an experienced bit of pressure leverage the lock, which is sadly
Yeah.
the lock pops. You were able to slide open the roll top. So much like Miss Duncan's desk at the university is. It's all very neatly arranged, you know. This kind of things with little sort of areas, boxed areas with blank envelopes, right headed like writing paper goes, and stamps and blotting paper, and it's all you know, all very neat and tidy and very fun, exciting stuff. But in one of the drawers, little drawers you pull out, find a blank journal. Again, another thing, all very very similar to the one in the
On
office.
a desk.
Yeah, desk in the office. But this one is completely blank. Like, look,
Nothing in it at all.
flick through a few pages, and then like, you know, kind of like, you know, like your thumb to
Thumb it.
to thumb through the page, and it's completely blank. And then as you get to the maybe just past the middle, a loose page drops out.
Well, pick the page up. Let's have a look at the page. See what you make of this, George.
Interesting.
Yeah. Very.
I try to think back to my college days and how good my mathematics was, and to see if I recognise any pattern or anything stands out while as I'm looking at these numbers.
Okay, give us a no roll.
A what roll? Sorry.
A no roll. So education.
In education.
Oh yeah. Okay. Oh,
go on. I'll give you
Very
one
nice.
as well.
Yep.
Just looking at it. Oh Jesus Christ!
Oh,
Oh.
Clearly,
That's
she's a spy, German spy.
We've got to burn the house down right now.
Kill our whole family.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you have no idea. You perhaps think this is like it is
It's code.
A code. Maybe she's a spy. Maybe she's a spy.
those
Maybe that would explain where the money, you know, the extravagant living.
Money. Yeah.
are those numbers.
Where's George? You look at these and you're looking at them. These aren't. This is not formula or anything like that. There's nothing significance to them in that sense. And then it strikes you, so although it's almost like it's not exactly the same, but it puts you the way they're listed. You know, it's like 1, 4, 6, 2, 3, 2, 7, 5, 6, 3, and it goes on. There's like a list pairs of numbers, and it like it's almost like chess moves.
Oh.
Now,
Detective. these. But I'll explain that. These resemble almost like moves on a chessboard.
What about the
game? The little.
What about the game on the table?
And it says start with these, and the numbers that are underlined may represent moves on that board. Maybe.
You think? Well, you think the whole that these pairs of numbers represent that? You think that's what the pairs of numbers? What the significance of the underlined ones? You're not sure.
Okay. Yeah. So.
Well, shall we try some of these combinations on the
game?
The game.
Or.
Okay. So you're going. Well, you're in the city. Okay. So you. Okay.
We'll walk over and try.
Right. Okay. And I think we'll leave you with that and switch back to the theatre, to King's Theatre. Below stage, outside the dressing room. So you're being stood there for a while, and then you see the door open. Concierge emerges from the room, close the door behind him, and if you just give this reader just a few moments, it'll be she's happy to be in.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, in her own time.
Thank you very much, my good man. Appreciate you.
Goes back where you came, leaving you, the two of you, alone in this corridor, like the dressing rooms, and probably doors that lead off to storeroom. Various accoutrement of the theatre.
Now that we're in, I'll casually slip my autograph book out of my back pocket. I guess we wait.
You're doing the talking here. I'm no Mr. Charisma at all. Like,
I'll have a quick play of the spoons while we wait for her.
Okay. So how long are you waiting?
Couple of clicks.
Yeah. Clickety click, clickety click. Well, at least 5 minutes. Just out of general politeness. She's climbing out the window, isn't she?
Well, it's below ground, so there's not going to be. She'd be doing well to do that.
So a couple of ugly men came in looking for her in her dressing room. She's scarpered. She ran away. I don't know how long are we waiting.
I mean, the polite. We should give her at least 5 minutes before we start knocking on any doors.
I would wait longer than that, I think. You know what young women are like, especially young, attractive women with their makeup, and she'll want to look all perfect before she meets. She'll think we're fans.
Well, we don't know what she's doing anyway. You know, she might be getting ready for stuff or practicing her lines with somebody or anything.
Yeah, no, we'll give her a bit more than 5 minutes, I think.
Okay, so you turn around.
Wait patiently. Probably chat to each other. You know, are you interested in books at all? I know you come and purchase them, but is it purely for work, or is it out of interest? Or
no, it's always been a personal interest. I used to be of academical interest to me. I used to study anthropology many years ago, but I've always held an interest in human sciences and anthropology, and also more. What's the word? Altruistic? No, is that the right word? More diverse, non-scientific medical practices and studies of religions and maybe even occult the side of things. You know, strange veil between the living and the dead, and the stories that come from interactions with that. Things like that interest
I'll
me.
pull my eyebrows back down from wherever they've ended up.
Okay.
Oh, I see.
So you can stood there having this.
That's why I got earshot.
The only sound in this third echoes back and forth down. Then, as Mr. McGregor pauses in his, suddenly you hear this high-pitched female scream, absolute terror.
Oh.
Come from Miss Reed's dressing room.
Try the door.
I suppose you better try it. Yeah.
Okay, so you rush down to push open the door, and we'll leave it.
Oh.
Fuck's sake.
Oh.
Bravo.
Well, gentlemen.
Very cool.
The end of the first session of the Pharaoh song. Okay. How good George Flipper playing good at playing.
Exciting times. Tune in.
You're playing board games and we're playing the spoons.
Tune in as we put pegs in holes.
Don't miss it, viewers.
Yeah, don't miss it. You've never been so intrigued as watching a detective and a parapsychologist put pegs
Playing with
in holes.
Pegs in holes.
in a house that they've broken into.
Yeah. While being
Absolutely.
members of the police.
And damaged property.
Yeah, and damaged property. Yeah.
Just the house to burn down next.
And maybe we'll find out what's happened to me.
Yeah.
No, let's not get bogged down in such things.
The fripperies.
Okay, so so thank you for watching. Thank you for the follow. Bye bye.
Don't forget to tune in on Sunday.
Oh,
no, there's no Sunday this week.
Landing.
This week.
No, there
Tuesday back on.
There is a Sunday. The world is not ending, but there's no.
There's no.
We have no game.
Do not tune in on Sunday.
Yes, we won't be here. There's no Land of Beam this week, but there is. We are back on with Regency Cthulhu.
I'll be here on Sunday on another channel.
Oh,
Check
indeed. Yeah, of course you can. Of course, check out Oliver's channel and Dave's channel. Please do.
On Saturday. Yeah.
Yeah,
me and Dave are playing D&D on Saturday.
We are tomorrow night. Yeah.
Check us out.
Yeah. All good games going off all the time. So yeah. Please. Do you want to say what it is? Say what it is, there, Dave?
Tomorrow night, playing Fey Nights on Oliver's channel, which is RX Oliver. Obviously, mine is Dave's RPGs,
which you can find on both Twitch and YouTube.
YouTube, absolutely.
Yes, please.
Excellent.
Please give us all the follows and the loves.
Yeah, the follows, the likes, the things, the whatnot, all that.
Push the buttons. Push all the buttons.
Yeah.
We're a team of channels with Dave and Oliver and Brotherhood of the Dice. It's a conglomerate. It's
amalgamation.
A union. What's the word? When you take over the world, what's the word for it? An empire. That's the one. An empire of channels.
Rogues gallery of RPG players and game runners.
And that.
Scum at the bottom of the barrel. Right, yeah. So we'll be back. Yeah. Goodbye.
Magic.
Bye bye.